Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited to see you all. I have been looking forward to this for so long. Thank you for joining me also on my birthday. I would love for you to light up the chat right now, telling me where it is that you are tuning in from, so that I know who all is here. And also maybe your first name, because some of you have really cool usernames, but I don't know what your real name is. So Jonathan said, happy birthday. He's from Illinois. Hello, happy birthday. Thank you. Gord Gonzola. Matt from Central California, Barry from Dallas, from Albuquerque. Oh my God, they're flooding in so quickly. From Canada, from San Francisco, from Portugal and Sweden, from Oviedo, from Poland, from Vegas. Hi, welcome. Welcome to my birthday party. Thank you all so much for joining me on my birthday. I have so much great stuff in store for you today. I have a gift that I have been working on for you for years now, for many a year now. And I'm so excited to get to share that with you. I'm going to not only share the cover of my new book, which I have not shared here before, I'm also going to, for the first time ever, read some excerpts from the book. Are you excited to see and know what's like inside of the book a little bit? If you have been following me for years, or even if today is the first time that we're meeting, I'm so excited to share this with you because it is everything that I have learned from the 10 years that I've been teaching and coaching men and the 20 years that I've been researching and studying sexuality in a condensed format. I shouldn't say it's everything. I had to cut a lot of things from the book, but it is a system that no matter what you are dealing with, or that you just want to have better sex, or you just know that there is more to sex than any of us could possibly ever just experience through simple trial and error, or you're a big sex geek like me, or you want to be hard lasting as long as you want, being able to come when you want. This is the book for you, and I'm so psyched. There are more comments than I can possibly keep in touch with, but please, 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 please keep them coming. Keep them coming. From Arkansas, we love when my nostrils flare. I'm not even conscious that that's happening, but thank you. We have some folks who have even already ordered the book. Amazing. And we've got some friends here too. You know you are. Whew, okay, I'm going to take a deep breath. Everybody going to take a deep breath with me? So excited. All right, so I'm going to reveal the book cover. I'm going to read some excerpts from the book, and I am going to give you, everyone here, some extra incredible bonuses just for coming to my birthday party and just for pre-ordering the book. But before I do that, let's just jump in with the cover. Let's jump in with the cover because I can't wait. I don't want to make you wait a minute longer. Can I get a drum roll? Can everyone just do like a personal drum roll? I'll do one here. Are you ready? The cover of my book, my first book, Harder, Better, Longer, Stronger, is ta-da! I'm walking away from the microphone. Ta-da! Ta-da! Here is the book cover. This is the fourth generation of iterations for the book cover, and one of 9 concepts. We went with this. I love it. The publishing team loves it. The editors love it. And I hope that you will love it as well. I'd like to, can anyone see the special, just from like what you're viewing right here? Can anyone see like the super secret special detail that's on the book cover? Has anyone, can you see it? Can you see what the special detail is on the hardcover? Oh, we've got Russia in the house. Is Daft Punk going to sue? Wait, I'm for my millennials, I love that you got the and folks who are older than millennials, I love that you got the Daft Punk reference. For my Gen Zs and anyone younger than the millennials, this is a Kanye West reference, but it is actually it started off as a Daft Punk song. Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger is the Daft Punk song. I wanted to make it a little cheeky and a little fun. You see it? There, somebody said it, the penis meter. Boop, boop, boop. Loading. That is the front, and let me show you the back because I'm also very proud of the back. There's your girl. There you go. Can you tell my head in the same way? I it's still a little surreal. Even sharing this with you now, even holding it in my hands, it still feels unreal that I'm holding several years' work, 20 years of thought, and the product of so many stars aligning and teams coming together, and just the incredible amount of support and human brilliance that has gone into this. Obviously, my thinking has gone into this, but 300 plus, more than that, men's stories and client stories, and the teams of people from Liz and Nane, who some of you know, to the friends who have supported me through this, the publisher Hay House is being published on a real publisher, which is a big deal. The social media team that's scheduled and created this live stream today, the tech folks, everybody who went into making this happen, because this is the team effort. All great things require teams, and this is no exception. And on the note of publishers, I want to share something sort of behind the scenes from getting the book published, which is that I'm going to keep holding it because it feels good. This was very difficult to get published. This book, which I probably, if you're here, you know this book needs to exist in the world. A book on men's sexuality that treats men as more than just machines, that treats them as more than just like physical problems to solve with testosterone and with pills. An actual holistic take on men's sexuality that treats it as nuanced, as emotional and mental and spiritual as women's sexuality, and treats men as whole beings. I put together the book proposal, which is commonly the first step in getting a book published. And I started shopping it to agents. And agent after agent after agent wrote me and said, we love the idea. We think it's such a great concept. We think you're going to do such a great job, but I'm not going to represent it. Or I think this book really needs to exist. I wish it existed in the world already, but I'm not going to be the person to take it to publishers. And over, the reason that they gave is that men don't buy books. Men don't buy books. Men don't buy books. So why would anyone buy a book on men's sexuality? Men don't buy books. We're not interested in publishing books that are for men. They don't buy them. That's the number one thing that I heard. But the other thing that I heard over and over again was no one cares. No one cares about men's sexuality. Yeah. I hope that you're having the same reaction that I did, which is just like, what the? So indignant. Like, first of all, men care about men's sexuality, right? And they want to have a great relationship with their sexuality, and they want to have incredible sex. But more importantly, like, they want to feel good in their body, and they want to feel confident, and they want to have fulfilling sexual and romantic relationships, right? Not just that, but women also care. I know that it's such a trope in the media and on social media in particular to say, like, there's this gender war, and, like, women are going solo, and you're only competing with her piece and all that. Like, I see this stuff all the time, but women also care. They want to have relationships with men. They want to have romantic partnerships. They care about men's sexuality. And not just that, but men's sexual well-being and, like, being at peace with their sexuality and experiencing the fullness of that pleasure and sexual expression and erotic presence on Earth has to offer matters for all people. All people deserve to have access to information that empowers them and allows them to create the kind of sexual and romantic and erotic livelihood that is their birthright. So that's what I heard from the publishers or from the agents. And then I finally found an agent. She's amazing. Her name's Danny Siegelbaum. She's phenomenal. She saw the book and she goes, yes, I want that to exist. I will help you bring that into the world. Praise. Then we started taking it to publishers. And what do you think they said to me? First publisher, this is a great idea. We love the concept. Men don't buy books. No one cares about men's sexuality. We can't take it. Second publisher, great idea. We don't think we can sell it. We're not going to take it to market. Third publisher, fourth publisher, fifth publisher, same story. Sixth publisher, Hay House. I'm right there. Hay House said, yeah, we totally get it. This book should exist in the world. We want to be the people who take it to market and print it and publish it. I say this all to let you know that this is not just another book. There are plenty of great books on sexuality, on relationships. I recommend several of them. I even speak and reference a lot of them in this book. But a book like this has not existed before. A book that takes men's sexuality and treats it with care and reverence and nuance, because no one has wanted to make this book before. There's never been a moment where anyone was writing this book that I know of. I feel like I'm uniquely positioned to put this book together as a coach and former professional researcher. But the other reason this book has never existed before is because no one has been bold enough to represent it and print it. And if you're thinking that is nonsense, you are absolutely right. I couldn't agree more. This book needs to exist, period. All right. Is that enough of the behind the scenes struggle of getting this book published? Would you like to hear some of the things that I wrote inside of the book? It's not the only book on men's sexuality, but is, to my knowledge, the only one that is not written by a urologist or an MD. So this is a book that is written that does take those things into consideration. We do have a chapter on the physical body, but then it goes deeper than that because it's written by a coach, not a doctor. And that is the unique strength of the book. I'm begging you. Okay, should we read some from the book? I don't know if it's one person commenting on my nostrils or multiple. Okay, I'm going to start with the introduction. I'm going to start reading from the introduction. Reading this book will help you have better sex. You can last longer in bed, get hard when you want, and feel entirely confident about your ability to please yourself and your partners. As a sex educator and coach, I've helped millions of men, some of you are on this live stream right now, better understand their own capability for sexual satisfaction, and by doing so, improve the quality and frequency of their sex life. You are not the problem. It's the complex and outdated way of thinking about male sexuality that is. No pee-pee doctors. We love a pee-pee doctor. There's more to say than just that. Okay, shall I keep reading? I feel like so many of you want to know where to buy the book. I keep seeing that as a comment. I'm going to tell you, but I'm not just going to tell you where to get it. I'm going to tell you about some other epic bonuses that are going to come along with it, okay? Okay. This is from chapter 1, Sex is Everywhere. Once again, what matters is how you approach things. Changing your sex life starts with putting on your own lab coat and observing your own behavior. Because understanding how you approach life allows us to see your internal operating system. How do you grocery shop? How do you handle being outside of the man box? It's a little internal reference. You'll get it when you read that chapter. What happens when you step out? When you take the time to practice what you're learning, you will see incremental progressive change while you're reading this book, and probably some delightful orgasms too. How are we doing? Are you still with me? This is the first time I've gotten to read this book. I did read, just, I did read the audiobook. So if you're more of an audiobook person, I read the audiobook. And I practiced my best audiobook voice. Yes, let me know in the comments that you're still here. Yeah, thanks, folks. Let's read from, pardon me. I want to see, what do we got over here? Ooh, I think you'll like this one. Chapter 4, Your Mental Engine. Take a moment and consider, do you think people can change? Can you become better at listening? Can you improve at a sport? Can you grow smarter? Can you get hard again? People who have a growth mindset believe that they are actually able to grow and change. People with a fixed mindset don't think so. You can probably already tell that with a fixed mindset, any problem with your penis is going to be harder to change. But with a growth mindset, the belief that what you're experiencing now can change, everything becomes possible again. Oh, people are already pre-ordering. Okay, I'm going to put this banner up so that you can see. So you can, I'm going to put this up while we keep going because there's so many people asking. I just want to share this with you. So you can pre-order right now on Amazon, on Barnes & Noble, on Books A Million, on Waterstones, on Porchlight, on anywhere that you buy books. Seriously, anywhere that you buy books, you can go online and you can order it right now. You can also pre-order the Kindle edition and you can pre-order the audio edition. My request is, because in order to have this book blow up and potentially make a New York Times bestseller list, which would be huge because, again, not only has a book like this never existed, but a book like this has never made the New York Times bestseller list because it's never existed. If you buy a hardcover, in addition, if you're like an audio person, but you would also pick up a hardcover, that would make a huge difference for me. And I understand if you can't, no pressure at all. I'm thankful that you're even here. I'm thankful that you're reading me or listening to me read from the book. I'm thankful for you sharing this live stream, for sharing the posts, sharing the link with other people who could use it. I'm grateful for anything that you would do to promote this book within your communities. And if you can pick up a hardcover, that is incredibly, incredibly helpful. And to say thank you for you ordering this book. By the way, when you go order, please write in the comments so I can thank you personally. And for those of you who I missed, like Janet just ordered, Michael just ordered, or Sin SD ordered. Great. I will keep shouting you out as we go. Where was I though? Oh, when you pre-order, you get Misty ordered, Nestor ordered. There is a link. You can go to this website that's scrolling across the bottom. If you go to harderbook.com, isn't that great URL? harderbook.com. Not only can you pre-order, all of the links are there for all the major booksellers, but you can also put in your order number, put in your email address, and you'll get access to a whole bunch of bonuses. One of them is a video that I recorded that is the things I couldn't say in the book. I told you at the beginning of this live stream, I had to cut a lot of, it's only this long, Trust me when I say 75,000 words was not enough. I've been thinking about this stuff since I was a teenager, y'all. I got a lot to say on the subject. Well, I have 1,000 videos on YouTube. Y'all know that. I have a lot to say. So I had to cut a lot. Part of the things that I had to cut were like my thoughts on the state of sex and romance in the world today. My thoughts on the state of like men and like what men are up against in the world today. And the things that I see from my clients and from my folks on YouTube, the folks on Patreon. A lot of what I wanted to talk about that got cut was from, would have placed the book firmly in like 2025, right? Like stuff that's happening like right now, today in 2025 as we're speaking. And so what me and my editor decided to do was take that out so that the book would be timeless. So that if you read it like 10 years from now, it's still as good and as consistent. The advice is timeless in here. You could read it 20, 30 years from now. You could buy it and read it now and read it again in 10 years or pass it on to someone else. It needed to be timeless. But because I had to cut a lot of that stuff. I made a video of me sharing my thoughts on that as they exist today, and you'll get access to that instantly when you pre-order. I also did 2 guided meditations, one for partner play and one for solo play. Now, I know a lot of you have downloaded my masturbation meditation. A lot of you have written to me and telling me you loved it, and you've said, I wish you'd record another one. Well, I recorded another one. It's a guided meditation to help you get grounded, help you get into your body, help you get ready for sharing a erotic experience with another person. And I did one for solo play and I did one for partners. So if you've wanted a guided meditation from me that you could do with a partner to get you ready for spicy time, you have it. Okay. It's exclusively available for people who pre-order the book. We're not going to give it away or sell it at any other time. So if you don't pre-order before the book goes up, before the book publishes officially, then you will not be getting that guided meditation. So I hope that you will get it. Let's see here. What else did I include in there? Oh, you will also get instant access to the workbook. Y'all, has anyone here ever taken one of my courses? Will you just write like I have in the chat? So I know if you've taken Come When You Want or Hard As You Want or Yoni Massage, Breast Massage, Anal Massage, Lingam Massage, Legendary Lover, Epic Relationship, Epic Lover. I know I'll Make Her Squirt. There's 13 courses now. There'll be 14 soon. Next year, not too soon. Don't worry about that. Just a book for now. Bigger, harder, better. Yeah, I'm forgetting them too. So a lot of you have gotten one of my courses or sometimes several of my courses. Where was I going with this? Well, I was talking about the bonuses. We did the guide, the behind the scenes, the audio. Well, I can't give too much away because of legal reasons, to be honest with you, which is wild. But if you go to this website, harderbook.com, you can see all of the giveaways that we are doing. We're doing like literal, like, you know how like raffles, you have to follow the law and do the legal raffle things and the legal giveaways things and dot all your I's and cross all your T's. We did all of that. We're doing these tremendous giveaways. Some of them have to do with the courses. You got to go to the website to enter, and all the official rules and all of the other like things, legalese for the bonuses are all on the website as well. Now let me try to recover my train of thought. Why did I start bringing up the courses? Because it was not to make that connection with the other bonuses, although that is also true. Oh, I remember. Thank you. It was the workbook. If you've noticed, if you've had multiple of my courses, you know that we've gotten a lot better over time. Like the courses they were always good. Don't get me wrong. But you know, I mean, I brought out Come When You Want, my Last Longer in Bed course in like 2018 and Legendary Lover in 2019. And they're still, what is in them is still as good. It's the same stuff that I teach my clients today. That has not changed. But we've gotten, everything is like tighter. This is a tighter ship, you know? And the workbook that I made for this is like the tightest thing, the best thing that I have produced, I think, in terms of like what complements a thing. So the reason I brought up my course is if you have one of my courses and you know that there's often like a workbook or something that kind of like complements it, you go along with it. Like the workbook for Harder, Better, Longer, Stronger is one of the best things I've ever made. That's not an exaggeration. I'm so proud of it. So you'll get that right away. Also, when you do the bonus, I know Titus was not necessarily the word that I wanted to choose there, but it's what came out. So we have giveaways. We have all those bonuses that you will get. Also, if you pre-order, all you have to do is go to harderbook.com, give us your email address. We'll make sure that you get all of the pre-order bonuses to say thank you for ordering the book, for being part of the pre-order. And by the way, if you are not super familiar with how like the New York Times and USA Today, the way that their bestseller lists work is they count the pre-orders towards the first week of sales. So the pre-orders honestly are like they're so important. I didn't know this until I had a book coming out. So when you pre-order the book, you're actually helping this book to reach more people. And again, if you are tight on cash right now and you can't pre-order the book, listen, I would never fault you. I want you to be able to have a part of this, right? So you can share it with another person. You can send this live stream to another person. You can send the Amazon link or the harderbook.com link to another person. You can send them even like my YouTube channel where, they can get access to this information. All of that makes a difference. So she's holding it together. Okay, let's see. What else? What else do you want to hear about? I'm going to take some questions in a minute here. So if you do have some questions regarding the book, if you have some questions regarding like the content in the book, even like your own, you want some support on something, feel free to start getting those ready. Don't put them in the chat just yet because I'm not looking at the chat just yet. But don't worry, we'll spend some time in your questions. I want to read you another excerpt from the book. Yeah? Okay, this one's a good one. This is from chapter 5, Your Emotional Engine. No matter how you grew up or what you've experienced sexually, you have feelings of shame around sex and your sexuality. Everyone does, including me. For men, that shame tends to show up around performance, not being able to get hard, last long, or live up to expectations. The way out isn't through hiding it. It's through bringing it to the light. The moment you admit what feels shameful, you take its power away. Without going too far into the details, that's going to be a big, important chapter for many of us, no matter what our relationship is with sexuality. Should I read another one? Oh, this is a good one. Some of you even pointed to this in the questions, or rather in the chat. For men especially, the expectation is that you want sex more than love. You guys get that? That's expected from you, that you're supposed to want sex more than love? That you should always be ready to perform, and that you must be gifted in order to maintain a relationship. Oh, and have a big penis too, because that's what women want. None of this is actually true, but that doesn't matter because cultural messages are in the air we breathe. We inhale them without question, often from infancy. When we inevitably don't live up to those standards, we blame ourselves and assume we're deficient, instead of realizing the standards themselves were the problem. Does that resonate with anybody here? Ooh. Okay, get your questions ready. I'm going to read you one last excerpt that is, I have another one pulled out, but this is kind of my favorite one. This is going to be the last excerpt that I read, and then we'll move over to questions. This is from chapter 7, Your Cultural Engine, in which I do a lot of myth busting. So I address, I think it's the 7 most common, 7 or 8, one list has 7, one list has 8, chapter 8 has 8. The 7 most common myths that I see men not just believing, but living out, both in coaching and in kind of my community more broadly. This is one of my favorites too. I wish I had time to read you this whole subsection because the research is so good. The data is so good. By the way, this book has over 150 citations in it, which I was told is actually a lot of citations for a book from a coach. But again, I came from a research background. So of course, naturally, there's a lot of citations and a lot of studies in it. Obviously, that was very important to me. Anyway, this one, the citations are dope, but we're just going to read an excerpt. Number 1. Men always want sex and women rarely do. Nope, not according to research anyway. While there is a difference between how men and women experience desire, statistically, women want sex just as much and just as often as men. When we believe that women don't want sex, it creates a damaging dynamic for both partners. Men end up afraid of being too forward and women end up repressing their own desire. The truth is, the more emotionally connected and supported women feel, the more likely they are to want sex and enjoy it. I love that one. That was just a paragraph off of each of these pages. Imagine if you enjoyed that, how much more there is in the actual book. And then add in the bonuses like the workbook, the guided meditations. Oh, I should also mention the two guided meditations I included in the pre-order bonuses were also guided meditations that were cut from the audiobook. So when I recorded the audiobook, I also put in a whole bunch of extra in between chapter tracks that are me talking to you. And then I included at the end 3 or 4. You guys tell I've done so much. Like the lists are all getting confused. Like, there's so much going on. 3 or 4 additional audio tracks that guide you through some of the things inside of the book. So it's like literally me talking you through the exercise at the end of the chapters. So there's all kinds of bonuses in the audio. The audio has bonus audio, but we couldn't fit all of the bonuses. So I put some of them as pre-order bonuses. So winning, winning, winning. Okay. I'm going to come back. I'm going to look at the chat, which has been happening and popping off without me paying close attention to it. So thank you so much. And I would love to answer some of your questions. Someone asked me who wrote the book. I wrote the book. That's why I'm the author. Someone asked, when does the book ship? The book will ship in time for it to land on its publication date, which is in January, but don't wait until then. Order it right now so that you can have it when it comes out. So you can be like the first people to actually receive it, so that you can have it the day that it is published, and also contribute to hopefully it making a list. Someone asked, is it more of a guide to pleasuring women or just improving a man's sex life in general? Great question. This is about men's sex lives. This is about the things that get in the way of men having the best sex of their lives. It is not a book about like women's pleasure. If you want to know how to please a woman, check out my courses on that subject. Legendary Lover, Yoni Massage, they're already there. This is my entire system that I walk any of my coaching clients through. I mean, people who pay me $15, $20, $25, $30,000 for my one-on-one coaching. This is the system that I developed for them. So this is for men who want to have better sex, want to last as long as they want to get hard, want to have better relationships, want to have sex again in their marriages, want to like put the spark back in their relationships. Like this is the book for men. And there is a lot in it about relationships with women, but it's not like, here's how to touch the clit, or, here's how to make her squirt, because I have video courses on that. But this is 75,000 words on men's sexuality. And by the way, there are plenty of other books also on how to touch the clit that are also good, but that's not what I wanted to write. All right, let's see. What else have we got? Standard. Okay, I'm reading. Okay, who else has got the book? Put it into the chat. I got mine, or I got it, so that I know and I can thank you. And if I didn't thank you out loud earlier and you already got yours, please do let me know that you already got your book and that you've already got your bonuses. Your bonuses are already on the way. When She is Safe, Sex is Wild. Yes. Oh, yeah, they don't know about ordering it in Sweden or New Zealand. I know it's going to be published in other countries. The publisher is publishing it internationally. I would look at maybe your country's Amazon and see if it is listed there. I apologize for not having that answer. Just a Gnome has pre-ordered it. And yes, definitely, yes, the audiobook and the hardcover both count as book sales. So if you pre-order the audiobook and you pre-order the hardcover, that counts as 2 sales. And it is so helpful. Not just for me, but for getting this book into the hands of men who need it everywhere. Orson signed up for the bonuses. Heliotropic Soul pre-ordered. Logan LeBeau, yes. If you pre-order the audiobook, you also get all of the pre-order bonuses. Yes, you just go in and go to harderbook.com, put your name and email address in there, and you will get all of the bonuses. Don White said he has ordered, pardon me, will I be at any book signings? You know, I've done the Exotica Expo in Chicago and now New Jersey, and they have another one in Miami I haven't committed to going to, but I'm going to be doing some live speaking events next year, and I will happily sign your book. So make sure that you're on the email list, because that's where we send that information whenever I'm going to appear live anywhere. That's where we go. What was my favorite chapter to write and why? Asks Kamu Mustafa. That's a good one. Look at she knows how to live stream. My favorite chapter to write was chapter 7. I read that one myth about men and women not wanting to have sex as much as men or as often as men, and I'll say that the reason that chapter 7 was such a joy is that, like, these myths are the things that I come up against all the time, you know, in comments and even on Patreon and in coaching and in my life, that people be like, no, but women don't like sex, or women are like this, or women, whatever. But men are like this. And they're these really harmful, or women want a 6-pack and 6 figures and 6 foot tall, like these things that you hear all the time. And even though I know from my own experience and from working with people that they're not true, it was really fun to like back them all up with science and be like, here's what the most recent science says on attraction, and here's what a recent study on college age people and how they choose their mates, and here's the, it was just like so fun to do the myth busting, I'll say. Let's see here. Looks like an uphill struggle, that book. I think all books are uphill struggles in a lot of ways until you finally get them to the top of the hill, and then you go downhill. Like I said, any great project requires tons of people to make happen, requires a lot of work to make happen. It's worth it. I hope it's going to be worth it. It feels worth it. If even one of you, of the 300 or 500 or 1,000 people who have been here today, download or read or listen to this book, and at the end of it, it changed something for you in your sex life or your romantic life, and then for the rest of your life, you had that piece of information, you had that insight, you had a different experience of your own sexuality, or it encouraged you to go do something that you never thought you were going to do, like go to a sex club, or tell someone that you love them, or ask someone out, or try butt stuff, or whatever it is. Like, like if it helped you, then it was totally worth it. And all the uphill push that it took, and the year of my life that went into it, well, more than a year at this point, was totally worth it. And I see a lot of you saying that you bought the audio and the hardcover. And all your kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have time to take a couple more questions. Your videos on YouTube have already helped me in so many areas. I can't wait to see what the book does. Oh, thank you, Nilema. Thank you. All right, it went unexpectedly. It was good. Tell someone you love them. Do you go over sexual shame or harmful messaging in our culture/upbringing, and how we can dispel or move past them to accept ourselves as sexual beings in the book? Yes, Logan. Yes, I do. What a great question. There is an entire chapter on our culture, our family of origin, and our early sexual experiences, and how those things can add up even late into our adulthood and impact our ability to get and stay hard, to orgasm, to be with partners, our relationship to performance anxiety, our relationship to shame. It's a phenomenal question, and the answer is absolutely yes. And then you also asked about shame. I did read a little excerpt on from the chapter on emotions, and that includes conversations about shame and grief and other emotions that I see my clients dealing with, and the way that impacts their sexuality and how to move through them. Again, this is the this is everything that I have wanted to share with my clients. This is like this is the collection of everything that I have learned specifically as a coach, not just a sex educator, not just someone who publishes videos on YouTube, but someone who day in and day out works with men and sometimes couples and sometimes even women in a one-on-one capacity to help them to have a better sex life. But no matter what that looks like, it can look like a lot of different things depending on where you're starting, where you want to go. But this is that. This is the result of the last 10 years of my life that I've dedicated to working one-on-one with men specifically to improve their sex lives. This is that. All this is everything. So, part of my hope for writing this book is that for those of you who, maybe want to work with a coach, but like for whatever reason, you're too busy, your partner is not encouraging you to do it. It's expensive. You are not in a stage in your life where like you can commit the time or the energy or the finances, or you just are like a little nervous about talking about your penis with a stranger, even if they're an expert. Whatever reason, you haven't been able to or haven't wanted to like work with a professional, a coach or even a therapist on it. Like I wrote this book so that you could have access to all of the things that I know and that I teach people and explain to people for for a fraction. It's not even fair to call this a fraction of the price, like 1/100th, 1/1000th actually of the price. And it was really important for me to make that information really accessible because I don't think it should be a secret. I don't think it should be hard to access. I think everyone ought to have access to this because I think sex and pleasure is a birthright. I do not see the audiobook to order. If you go to Amazon, you will be able to order the audiobook. There's 3 options. It'll say hardcover, audio, and ebook or Kindle edition. And when you note for people who are on Amazon buying the audiobook, it will try to get you to sign up for an Audible like free trial if you don't already have one. And you can, but if you scroll down, it'll say like order the buy this book today, essentially, like buy just this one book instead of adding the whole thing. Like instead of signing up for the subscription, you can just buy the one book. Yeah. And the other thing is like some people are saying like, I would have loved to coach with you at one point, but I'm like not financially able to. And, or it's not the right time for me. Here's the other thing. It's like, I'm one person and I have coaches that work with me. I have 7 coaches that do have all different specialties and they work with couples, they work with women, and they work with men who have like this particular challenge or this kind of challenge. And like they're phenomenal. And they're all like Caitlin V approved certified coaches. But I only have the same 24 hours a day as everyone else does. And trust me, if I could spend every waking hour of my life with you answering your questions. I mean, this is practically what I do in Patreon. Every month we do the AMA call where anybody can come and ask me questions, and it's like the best week or best hour of my whole month. This is incredible. I love being live with you all, but I can't do it. Like I can't be with you. And I would like to be able to walk you through all of the challenges that you face and like be by your side as you overcome them. And just the reality of scale is I can't. But I could put all of it into this book and share it with you. And you can do it for yourself. You really can. And that's why I created the workbook. And again, you get the workbook if you do the pre-order. All of that is so that you can do it without me and still watch me on YouTube and still get the courses and still I've tried to create something that can meet you wherever you are. YouTube is free. The courses are under $100, almost all of them. The book is the book is under $30, and then it goes all the way up to like coaching. There's places where we can work together, places where we can where I can support you on any given level. Patreon is a few dollars a month. I have tried to create things for you. Okay, I answered your question. All right. I know. I'm sorry, y'all. We're using a new, it's my first time using this streaming service. So he's gone now. All right. All right, last chance. Anybody who ordered the book today, that, by the way, it is my birthday, and that is the best birthday gift that you could possibly give to me, is grabbing the book, getting your pre-order bonuses, entering into all of the giveaways there too, um, so that you can win those. I can't talk about them because they'll have to read the whole legalese thing. But thank you so much. Thank you for helping me show the world that people actually do care about men's sexuality. Thank you for helping me prove them wrong, that men don't buy books. Thank you for helping me show that men actually do buy books. Men actually buy books. Men actually buy books on sexuality. Men actually care about this subject matter, and they're willing to actually get a book on it. And if you are not a man, or if you're sharing this with a woman in your life, or if you're a woman who ordered the book, thank you also for showing the world that people do care about men's sexuality, that men's sexuality actually matters. It's important. And caring about men's sexuality doesn't mean that you don't care about women's sexuality. It actually very much means that you do. We can care about women by caring about men, right? And we can care about men just because men are human beings who are totally worthy of care, period. Full stop. Don't forget, if you did get your book today, to go to harderbook.com so that you can get all of your pre-order bonuses. They'll be delivered right away. You can have them tonight. You could, tomorrow is, well, whatever. You could, this weekend, be listening to my guided audio meditation with yourself or with a partner as soon as tonight, maybe this weekend. Have a great experience with that. I love you guys. I'm so grateful. Oh, 8 seconds ordered as well. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for pre-ordering. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming on and celebrating my birthday with me. Thank you for all the birthday love. And make sure that you are here. Follow me on Instagram at Caitlin Victorious X, and on the email list so that you can get all of the updates and all of the news as it comes out, as it rolls out about the book. I want to continue to share it with you. And the best way for us to do that is for us to keep in touch. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Bye.